Hey everybody. So this is not a new deck. It's not even a full deck. This tarot only contains the major arcana, so the top 22 cards. And this is the Tarot of Carl Jung, major arcana. So I decided to pull one of those for you today. So your collective message is 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Great card. This is one of my favorites. It is a beautiful card. I'm going to read this to you. I love this card. So, the Wheel of Fortune. It says, even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness. And even the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. So, what is this card saying? So at the bottom it says, about cycles, change, and the inevitability, let me say that 3 times, of ups and downs, reflecting Jung's perspective on the necessity of contrast in life. So, yes, just as there are good things, it is, just as life happens, death is inevitable, there is balance of light and dark, of night and day, and so on. So, it would lose its meaning. There must be a balance. I kind of think about this. It reminds me, okay, don't laugh, but this reminds me of like Xena Warrior Princess. I used to watch this show all the time. It is one of my favorites. It's campy, it's funny. They messed with religions, they messed with gods, they messed with history. I loved every minute of it because they weren't afraid to put themselves out there and, put different theories out there and try different things. Plus, I love that they explored this and working with different people and be like, oh, maybe there is these gods and maybe there isn't, or maybe this was all fake, I just liked that it was all very much fantasy. But what I liked about it was that they did play with this balance, especially when it came to the Greek gods. They had Ares, the god of war, but then they had Aphrodite, the goddess of love. And one of the episodes later down the line was when things started to fall apart, they noticed that people were getting more and more hateful. And it's because, there was a balance. Like, things had fallen apart. I think at the point, and hopefully I'm not giving anything away, but Xena had become a god killer at that point, to protect family and friends and things. So she had the ability at some point to kill gods, and she pretty much was able to waste some of them. But there was a soft spot there for Aphrodite and for Ares, because she had a history with Ares, and Aphrodite ended up having a soft spot for the bard, for Gabrielle. Some of you had to have watched this. Please tell me you have. I would love to hear the comments on this. But if you haven't seen it, they started to notice that when they lost their godly powers and people stopped kind of believing in them and things like that, they needed to get their power back. They became more mortal. And as they did, you started to notice this whole imbalance started happening in the world. People became more hateful. More and more people started fighting. And there was less love in the world. And so the balance was thrown off shift, and there had to be a way to get Aphrodite's powers back. And there couldn't be war without love and love without war. So, again, we're back to this shift of you can't have one without the other. You can't have light and dark. You cannot have, masculine or feminine. You needed that yin yang kind of feel. They needed to balance it, and in the end, it's kind of a funny way that she did it. But she went and fought her way to Valhalla, and she fought Odin to get some of his golden apples, so that way she could feed them to the gods there, so they'd give them their powers back, so that they could take over Olympus and rebalance the power, so that people would stop fighting. Because it was making all the most peaceful people were starting to, get bloodlust and wanting to fight and things, and it just wasn't normal. Once she did that, everything calmed down, and there was once again a balance between love and war. And then There was a necessity. Then you could once again go back to like, okay, yeah, now we can go back to having military, and we can have people, you could have your armies and things to protect your forts and stuff. Sure, there's your war. There's your people protecting and defending. But then you could have the love and kindness still too. So again, you can't have one without the other. There was a necessity. And I tell that silly story because, there must be balance. The wheel offers that balance. The Wheel of Fortune is also about risk, about chance, about luck, about fate and destiny. There's a lot of things it is. Please take what resonates and leave the rest with this, because this can mean a lot. For me, it is my fate card. For me, when I've been seeing this card a lot about when it comes out, I know that something in my life, part of my life is fated. And I have surrendered and accepted that, because I know that whatever it is more than I could have dreamed of. And it's like someone saying, down the road, if you just trust the process and you go with the flow, you're going to be a millionaire, and, you're going to have everything you wanted. It's like, okay, all you have to do is be patient and wait. And some people can't do that. So it's kind of like, okay, I can get how rough it is to wait. So I'm trying to be patient and wait, because I know something beautiful is waiting for me. I just don't know the when of it. And that's the hard part for a lot of us. So this Wheel of Fortune is beautiful. And I think a lot of you are going to have beautiful things happen. A lot of you need to balance out your lives first. But once you balance that and you get yourself to a good place, focus on you, focus on getting things done in your life. And that beautiful abundance is going to surprise you out of nowhere. It's going to be like this package arriving at your front door. Like when you order something from Amazon and forget, and it shows up and you're like, oh my God, I forgot. And you get your package. Kind of like when I got my cards today. I was so excited. I also got some charms so I could learn. I'm going to teach a class on throwing bones soon. And I was so excited. I have to show you guys, because I got these here. I'm so excited. These are a bunch of charms I'm going to use, and I'm going to put some of them in with my cheap dollar store bones that I got. You can get them right now, like at Halloween time, perfect time to buy those. Those cheap little plastic bones are way easier than like getting real chicken bones and boiling them and all the slime and everything. It's just a hassle. I don't want to do that. That's gross. I'd rather have something that the dog isn't going to try to like carry off, right? So at least I have those. And then I could just throw bones and do readings with that. And it's a lot better for the environment anyway. I'd rather not like, keep around a spirit of a dead chicken or something. Just not for me. But there might be people that say that's not as authentic. But, I'm just here to teach. I'm not really here to do necessarily all the time. I've taken a class on it, and that's what they use. I want to use the same thing because I'm merely teaching it. If somebody wants to be more authentic, they can. Not to get too far off topic, but I love teaching new things, so it's kind of cool. But that's my thing. So, the wheel keeps turning. So whatever you do, just remember to pay it forward too, because that's what I like to do. Pay it forward. And I like to teach and learn new things and pay it forward as well. So keep that wheel turning and that abundance coming. So what you give, you will receive tenfold. And I believe that your abundance is coming, and balance is the way to go about it. So I think that's all there is left to say. Have fun with that little teeter-totter of balance out there, though. I'm sure you'll get it.